Afternoon, people. Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again this afternoon. I've got Cordy with us, Leeds fan. What are you telling me, Cordy?
Yeah, hello everyone. Interesting game yesterday, very interesting. I don't think either team would be happy with the way that it ended. I think we all went at the ground disappointed. Yeah. But very good game. Very. Do you know what I liked as well? I liked both sets of fans. Very passionate fan bases, both Leeds and Newcastle. And it was a very good atmosphere especially for a 12:30 kickoff. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And yeah, it's fantastic atmosphere yesterday. And guys, if you like this video, like what you see, then please, I can myself there. Please like, subscribe, and if you like to super chat, it's open. And if you like to become a member, it's just 99p. I've got a few house rules as well in the chat. And hi to everyone in the chat. Please remember to keep your comments respectfully. No all caps, duplicates, and definitely no discussing or promoting other people's channels unless you can push by me. Allow mods to mod, and you enjoy the show. Thank you very much indeed for that one for me. And afternoon to Leslie, welcome to the chat there. Hi to you. Well, if you want to make a comment as well, all you have to do is just simply subscribe, and it is free. So if you like to comment, subscribe, and it's free. That's all there is to it. Hi to Leslie again. Big up to Mr. Tom. Do check us out for the preview what we did on Friday. In isolation, it's a great result for Leeds, but in contest, we needed a win. We should have put our foot on the Geordie throats when we had the chance. I don't condone the Bamford abuse, absolutely, or any player's abuse at all whatsoever. Let's be honest about it, and I'm not going to lie, but we're going to come on to that penalty miss in a bit. Hi to Corey Boys, 85. Hi to you. I hope you're absolutely fine. Levy out. And that's I to Mr. T. A lot of abuse us on Twitter. I mean, Pamela, I've got to talk about that as well. It just had to score one up, had to, and Nick Paul made a fantastic penalty save as well. So yeah, so both teams went with the lineups, and we're going to start with my team, and I'm going to share the screen a second. This is what Eddie Howe picked, and it's a bit slow today. I'm not going to lie to you, and that's who Eddie Howe went with. He went with Nick Pope in goal. He went for a back four of Trippier, Cher, Botman, and Dan Burn. Midfield three of Bruno is playing with an injury, by the way, because his ankle doesn't hold up right. Joe Willock, Joe Linton. And up front, it would be Miggy, Alex Isak, and Callum Wilson for me. I think Eddie got it slightly wrong in the formation, if I'm honest with you. He should have started with ASM. I would have personally have dropped either Isak or Wilson in the midfield. I mean, losing Sean Longstaff is a massive miss, in my opinion. And he's going to be out for the end of the season. The sooner he comes back in, the better. Sean Longstaff didn't play. I mean, he's improved for the last couple of games, Cordy. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I was quite relieved to see him off of the team sheet. Not the fact that, you know, there's not bad replacements for him. Let's be real. Like, I think you're starting to form a strong bench. I think your starting 11 could give anyone a game in this league. It's the difference between like yourselves and like, you know, your Man City level is Man City can bring quality off the bench every time if they really wanted to. And I think that's where you're starting to improve, and it'll only get better as transfer windows go by. And obviously the potential, well, I think you'll personally qualify in the top four. So I think in terms of Champions League and stuff like that, you'll attract a better calibre of players anyway.
Yeah, let's hope that is the case. I mean, that is the Newcastle team. I'm going to get up the Leeds lineup as well, if I've just taken out of that as well. And this is who Sam Allardyce, this is his first full game as second game as Leeds manager. If I'll just get this up a second. And I know he had to play, he played a back five as well. And this is who he went with. If I could just get this up a second. That's the wrong one. Sorry about this. I'll be quick. Share the stream. And I think that's the one. There you go. This is who Sam went with. Robles in goal. He went for a back five, didn't with Verpool, Vorba, Christensen, Earlin and Cock. Midfield three, McKennie, Greenwood, Hamilton, and up top it'll be Rodrigo playing just behind Bamford as well. When he played the five at the back, were you happy in playing five at the back, or did you thought he had to play for defence? Because me personally, if I was a Leeds fan, I would have gone for it because we needed a win. A point would not have been the business.
It was a strange one when I saw the lineup.
Yes.
I was like, he's playing five at the back, because I initially thought he were playing five at the back, but a lot of times in the match, Cock actually went into midfield, which meant that we were playing with the back four, and I thought that worked really, really well. I think Cock did advance into midfield, and he did probably better there because he had, you know, Voba and Christensen behind him, which allowed him to play with a bit more freedom. I thought it was quite defensive though, but that's Sam Allardyce for you. Like he's a very defensive minded manager, and we should have gone for the 3 points. But the thing for me yesterday was we cannot lose. Like we cannot lose. It was more of a don't lose this game rather than a must-win game. Like I think obviously the Man City Everton match is going on right now, and the last time I checked, it was 2-0 to Man City. So we're obviously relying on other results, but it's not over yet.
Definitely not. It's going to go to the wire. It's definitely going to go to the wire. I mean, I can see one team's name's going to get relegated this season, and thank God it's not us at all as well. But I mean, you're badly missing Tyler Adams in the middle of the park. I mean, this guy's been absolutely fantastic for years. Like we spoke about him before, and he has been fantastic for Leeds. And look, at the end of the day, where did he come from, Tyler? Where did he come from? Did he come from the Bundesliga? I could be wrong.
It came from Red Bull Salzburg. So he very much is a big miss. He kept the midfield ticking, and without him, we've struggled. He's almost like this season's like Calvin Phillips, like of last. So every time Calvin Phillips were injured, we struggled, and Adams has been injured, and we've really, really struggled. But it just shows that we need a bigger team. We've not got a big squad at all, and that's coming from the Bielsa days. We've still not added enough players, but we'll just have to see what division we're in next year before we even comment on that further.
Absolutely. I'm going to go through the comments here. Please get them comment in as well. I've got one here from Mr. T. They got to Tom. Les has been getting death threats and abuse to his family, and I want those people out of the fan base. You know what it is, Tom? I don't want fans like that either. Because I'll tell you something now. I'm not going to lie. If you're going to make death threats to players and the family, then I'm sorry. Let's be real. We don't want you. We don't want you as a fan base at all whatsoever. So they're not football fans whatsoever. I'm telling you that for now. Hi to you, Steve, again. No, this is a planned show anyway. And 2 streams of the day. That's unusual. We no more after this today. But thank you anyway. Got one from Corey Boy as well. Fans like that aren't fans football, let alone have the IQ to spell footy. I totally agree. And it's a shame that in a game where 36,000 people across both sets of fans behave, then the focus will be one idiot and tars us all with that brush. I'll comment on in just 3 seconds. And let's agree with Corey. Look at the teams, bottom games I've left looking like Leeds and Leicester's going to go down. We're all Leicester tomorrow. I'm sorry, Corey. We need Leicester to win that game. Is that with Everton's likely defeat a dear? It looks like it's. We felt like we're 5 out of possession and 3 to 4 when we won the ball.
Cool. I'd agree with that.
I'll agree with that as well. There's no room in today's world for that kind of abuse. If these fans think they can do any better, then please show us the pitch then. Moppers like that showing a lack of basic human decency. You would have thought, right, that these days are long, long gone. You know what I mean? We're not in the 80s now, right? We're not in the 70s. This is the 21st century. And I'm afraid to say, people think it's cool to abuse players, to abuse the family. No, it ain't. No, not at all. And If you're going to be like that, I don't want you in our fan base or CODY'S fan base neither. Simple as that. And share your socials. Thank you very much indeed. The Road's 5K is on. I'm 80 away. Thank you, Jules. I was furious at Bamford. I never once entered my mind to tweet his wife. Exactly. And I tell you what, shame on those fans. Seriously, shame on you fans. Hi to Stephen. Hope you're well, mate. Welcome to the chat. It's going to tie out the sign from Red Bull Salzburg. Thank you. I thought he came for the bumps. I must have put the wrong one. Sorry. And if you're saying hi to Les, hi to Alan, hope you're well. Let's go on to Aronson, Red Bull Salzburg. To be fair to CODY, hell, I thought Ishmael Miller was manager for Watford. He said Ishmael Miller. Manchester City's gone 3-0 up, by the way.
Lovely, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic.
I tell you what, game is a free kick as well. Oh my God, what a free kick. What a free kick.
They scare me, honestly.
Wow.
They're good. Honestly, I've been to the Etihad twice now, and every time I go, I'm like, it's just unreal. Like, it just reminds me of, like, do you know, like, back in 2012 when Barcelona had, like, you know, Xavi, Busquets, PK, and all, you know, Messi, of course. Like, it's that type of football that's getting played there. It's just unreal in person when you see it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Great names for Barca those years. Great names. I tell you what, I think Gundogan probably go off to Spain next season. That's what I'm hearing. But
really?
I think so. I don't know if it's true or not, but it could be. I think he could be off to Spain because his contract's up at the end of the season. I take Gundogan. I'm telling you.
I think most people would.
They would. even he's 33, but bless him. Man City should be winning by more, and Diesel taking off halftime injured again. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't help Everton at all whatsoever. And let's have a flash some more comments as well. And 3-0, yeah, good. Or acting like hard little men, but you know, they just don't have the balls. That's some Corey boy. Love this weekend, but Grund. No one looks like feels like a footballer down good around, but it's on fire here. The first goal was just lit. Absolutely lit. And everyone's saying the same thing about players. T.X. down all over the place there. Unfortunately for Everton, he's missing the bar. Oh, they could be in there. That's cleared. Some fans sadly don't know how to constructively criticise and instead resort to bullying and worse. Thank you, Jules. You're right. Pictures this Everton goes down and have the nicest stadium in the Championship. They're getting a new stadium as well, see? Everton have to go down and not come back for me. And also, Mason had a Bamford guest miss just before Man City scored. There are fine margins in the Premier League. If you don't score, the other team will. Exactly, Tom. Exactly. Right, let's go for the first goal, right? It was a lovely, lovely cross because he went the goal up, by the way. Lovely cross from Bamford, right? But our defence, what was Dan Burn doing? I mean, Rodrigo had a free header. Nick Pope saved it, and then it fell nicely to Ayling. But who was picking them up, though?
Do you know what? I was really shocked because we obviously spoke about, like, you know, Botman and I can never say, like, Share, whatever, however you pronounce that name. I always say it wrong. Shah. There we go. We spoke obviously last time in December about how good that they were together. They just seemed a bit, I don't know, out of it yesterday. They weren't quite as on point as I expected them to be.
Yeah. Because
I've absolutely raved about both those players, and I've been quite envious of your back line. I think most Leeds fans will be envious of most teams' back line, to be fair. But yeah, I was very shocked that Ayling had all that space to be able to do that.
Poor defending from Newcastle, by the way. I mean, great save by Port, by the way. I'm not going to lie, but if she even got to him at all whatsoever, we should be defending properly because at the end of the day, we just can't defend these days. You know what I mean? I mean, our set pieces is poor. For Trippier set pieces awful. I'm not going to lie, but when you got players like Fabian Schär, 6'2", Sven Botman, 6'5", you got Joel Linton, 6'1". You got all these players, I mean, they should be in the box. And those corners should be crossing into the danger area. But unfortunately, Kevin, short corners, we lose the ball. Where you take the corners over hit. It's just so frustrating. We need a dead ball specialist as well in the summer who can make a difference. We ain't got that.
You've just been speaking about one. Get Gundogan. You'll be all right. There
exactly.
we go.
Yeah, get
There
him
we
in.
go. That is great at set pieces. So might as well just get him.
Absolutely, and you'd be on the fee as well. All you got to do is just pay us a strophic wages, sort of, and pay the money. We're one of the richest clubs in the world.
Exactly, plus Champions League still. So there's things going for it. I do think he'll get the Champions League. So don't worry about that. Don't worry.
2-0 wins gets us there. Leicester win. We beat Brighton on Thursday, gets us there as well. But we shouldn't even have to go in that situation. But still, great to see us at Wembley for the Women's FA Cup final. That is fantastic. Well done, Wembley, for making it happen. Afternoon to Carlos. Mias, hope you're okay. Hi to Mias. And just quick stop to say hello. I'm on the key sounds good. I've done it. A super chat, but I'll do it for your next show. Mason, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. And absolutely no stress. You do it when you want to do it. Also, use it through the thanks option as well if you like to do so. Thank you very much indeed. It's about time the women's game had a sellout Wembley. It elevates the women's game up there. Exactly. We'll check out Lottie. Lottie, one of me guests. Macy, one of me guests. Love women's football. More of those, please. I think Newcastle underestimate us a bit in the first 20 minutes. Yeah, and you know what it is, right? I mean, we probably think turn up and win the game. And I'm not going to lie, but to the end of the day, right? I mean, if we defend properly, we win the game. We definitely need another centre back as well. Definitely. Great, Jules, you okay? And chatting together. Any chance you fancy Leicester for us?
Please beat Leicester for us. Like, absolutely.
No. Come on, Leicester. Go on, Leicester.
No,
yes, we won Champions League.
No, we're on about when you play Leicester.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You play Leicester. You've got to beat Leicester. Come on.
Yes, we will. Sorry, we will. I thought it was Liverpool. But I hope Leicester beat Liverpool. We beat Leicester week Monday. So
trust me, you're not having to worry about that you will get top 4.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be okay.
You'll get top 4. I'm very sure of that.
Fingers crossed. We'll step up the plate. Takes back to that scumbag a few weeks ago at Palace, doing the gestures towards Sonny. Sonny is one of the nicest professionals out there and a stand-up guy. Absolutely. That's Holman's song. I think it's Holman's song. I'm doing Down Away for Heat, not good, Jules. And racism, people who make threats towards players are just scum. And Jules checking the Carlos, only for showing fact and quality from the bottom teams. Right. We could have gone 2-0 down when Joe Lennon made when mistimed the tackle in the box. Is it third ball on the penalty? Because third ball went forward and Joe took it over. Yeah, got taken out and there's a penalty kick. And a lot of people 6 on one half downs to the other, but it's definitely penny. Got nowhere near the ball. Yeah. And Bamford stepped up. It was brilliantly saved by Pope, and would have got you 2-0. And then 2 minutes later after that, we got a penalty. Isak got brought down. Definitely a penalty. No questions about that. Up stepped Callum Wilson to fight into the bottom corner, and that was 1 siege. I mean, it goes to show, if you miss it, you miss your chance, we take our chance.
I think as well, it shows the difference between a striker who's got confidence behind him in Callum Wilson and a striker who doesn't in Patrick Bamford. And I do think Bamford should be nowhere near that penalty at all. He should be taken off penalties when he's low on confidence. I'd have Rodrigo probably on that penalty, and he'd have probably scored. Yeah. And if we go 2-0 up, we probably would win that game. Probably.
Yeah, probably would as well. But we probably get a goal back. But whether we win it, that's another kettle of fish. But we have to come back from it, and we were lucky, very, very lucky. Alan said that Leeds intimidated ground to play, so I'm fine with draw. But I would like to win. For me, it's 2 points dropped. We should be going to Leeds and win that game if we want to get Champions League, because Palace beaten firm for 5, Liverpool beaten by 6, Bournemouth even beaten by 4-1. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. I was pleased with the team who didn't fold when Newcastle went in front. It could have been a lot worse, a lot worse. I've been sorting me brushes out with Jules to 1. Bamford looked like he was terrified. I didn't think he was confident taking that penalty. The pressure was on him, and you got to take it. You've got to have strong, sure ass to take those penalties in 5 moments. Oh my dears! With a bicycle kit nearly came off. The Magpies are going to the Champions League. Symbols. They have a solid squad. I just don't get how Spurs have managed to implode like we have. Do you know what it is, right? I mean, Spurs don't get Champions League. The moment we beat them, their season was done in the Champions League. Let's be honest. So we've got.
Don't be saying stuff about Spurs imploding when we've got to play Spurs. And I've seen an interesting statistic about them. So they've lost 9 games on the road. The next away game is against Leeds United, and we're great at beating records. So they'll probably beat us final day.
I think you'll beat Tottenham anyway. I mean, if it comes to it, if you're at the bottom 3 and you beat Spurs, then you'll be safe. And Spurs don't want to be in Europe, to be fair. And Bamford's first Leeds players to miss 2 penalties in a season since records started being kept in 1992. Wow. I don't think he wants to see that at all whatsoever. Leeds should have the stadium ban for that ran on. That kind of happened in 23. I've got to talk about that as well. He has been banned.
Yeah.
Where's the security? Where's the security? How did he allow to jump on?
I think that was the most concerning thing for me. Like, how did he get on the pitch? I wasn't even aware of it until after I got home from the game and, watched it back because I recorded it on BT Sport. And horrendous. And that one fan doesn't represent us as a fan base in entirety. Like, I will stress that, one idiot doesn't, define us as a fan base. And absolutely appalling behaviour. And obviously the club have released a statement this morning saying that he has received a lifetime ban, which is a very strong punishment, but rightfully so. You can't be coming on and intimidating people at all. You shouldn't be on the pitch anyway. Especially not in them circumstances. Fair enough if everybody runs on if you've kept up or whatever, or you've been promoted, but not in them situations at all.
They deserved it. I mean, I tell you what, though, that sends out a strong message to anyone else that's going to do that. They'll be thinking twice. They'll be thinking twice. They don't want to lose their season ticket for that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just crazy, man. I can put it down to a few things. To be fair, the way we're playing, I don't want us in any European competition. That's Corey's Spurs fan. Hit Levy and this Gruen is where it hurts the most. Pocket is wow. If I was a Spurs fan, I mean, Daniel Levy is holding the club back, by the way. Don't get us wrong. He spent a lot of money on the stadium, but when it comes to picking managers, he gets it wrong. Look at the way Conte is absolutely right. Effie passing in a day. So, I mean, if you look at the second goal, went 2-1 up. And before that, I mean, Liverpool was very lucky not to be sent off for that challenge on Bruno. He actually took him out. I don't know if you saw that. Do you think he deserved it? He got booked, but should have been a red card, though.
Do you know what? When I was at the match, I thought he's off here. Like, I said to my mum and dad who I go to the matches with, I was like, he's off here. Like, he's completely off. I was very surprised to see a yellow, and I think it was one of those like orange card situations where sometimes like with tackles like that, they're not quite a yellow, but they're not quite a red. But it's one of those. VAR did check it, and VAR concluded that it was fine as well. But he was quite fortunate. I'm not gonna say he wasn't. But lucky. He got sent off in the end anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. For too little, too late. Got one here from Mr. Thomas. Well, surprised Tyndall didn't tackle him to get on camera. I tell you what, if he grabbed him, he would have probably knocked him out. Jose and Conte had it right, spoken the truth about the club, and both started speaking out. Yeah, Daniel Levy doesn't like the truth. That's the problem. Leslie saying to Mr. T, he's been banned, but that doesn't stop someone giving him a ticket. I think the course should hit him hard, make people aware that you cannot do this. All actions have consequences. He can still get a ticket. Surely.
No, that can happen anywhere. It's hard to really police that. He obviously can't get a ticket in his own name, so it's going to be very hard for him to get a ticket. And a lot of Leeds fans will have seen that, and I think a lot of the true fans will not sell that individual a ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. So be vigilant.
There shouldn't be anyway. It's against ticket touting policies that we all have within ticket ticking, but we know it all happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. We went 2-1 up as well. Through, like I said, Callum Wilson converts another penalty, lovely penalty this time, straight down the middle after like Liverpool handball. That great spot by Isak as well, and it went through VAR and penalty was given, and then before we went 3-1 up, but it was just offside when Isak broke clear, squared it to ASM, and he scored. That was definitely offside, and then a corner came in. We didn't clear properly. Bamford had 2 chances to shoot it, both been blocked. Fell for Christiansen, and he had a shot which took a 2-wicket deflection off Trippier into the back of the net. It was just hard to take by our part. But at the end of the day, right, you got back to 2s each.
Yeah, I think as well. I think it was a fair result overall. Yeah. I do. I think there were opportunities where, we could have gone 2-up, obviously, with the penalty miss, and we didn't. And lucky deflection, with Ramos's strike there. And the second penalty that you was awarded, it was quite an interesting one, that. So it was definitely handball. I'm not going to say it wasn't handball, but there was a foul in the lead up to that penalty, which I've seen fouls given for that, and Simon Hooper was given those sorts of fouls in the match, and he wasn't consistent on that basis. It was, and people would say it was soft, but he was given the soft fouls all game, so it was debatable whether he should have, pulled it back from a foul on Ealing.
Yeah. Absolutely agree. And Liverpool was still to start the summer early, so you can go out and turn it up in Spain.
It won't be. It probably start the against Spurs. It's only a 1-match ban because it was 2 yellows. So.
Two in a red. He probably wouldn't care anyway. Poor defense for both goals. Goal 1, cut out the cross, Trippier. Goal 2, how not to defend a short corner. That's fair enough. That's from Sean. Thank you, Sean. The FA will surely come down hard on Leeds over this, and there's a warning needs to put out there to make sure it doesn't happen again. I have to agree, Steve. I'm sure they sort it out 110%. And still 3-0 to Man City. Objective, it was a great contest. Both teams can justify why they thought they should have won. And you know what it is, right? Yeah. I mean, look, it's a fair comment, Tom. It's a fair comment. Liverpool can now return to Brazil for his sister's birthday party. If Sam Allardyce allows him to go. It wasn't 2 yellows. Liverpool got a yellow, then a straight red.
Oh, did he get a straight red? I didn't see that personally.
Did he? Oh yeah,
I thought it was a second yellow.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I mean, if that's the case, then if he got a straight red, then that's the season over. Then
Big Sam won't let him go there.
He's too clever, too willing to do that. You not do that.
Tyler Adams were over in Italy, and he made him come back because he was like, just because you're injured doesn't mean that you should be able to just go to Italy. You need to be around and help morale, and come together that way. So, yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go for my 3 positives as well, and the 3 positives for me, right, is Nick Pope, making a great penalty save, which kept us in the game to make us go 2-1 up, and then only to draw 2s each. I mean, he made some 1 or 2 good saves there along the way, but other than that sort of thing, I mean, he's been brilliant for us this season. And also positive number 2, Callum Wilson scored 2 penalties, and I think without his scores in the game, we probably would have lost that game. And positive number 3, if I have to scrape for this one, Isak and Wilson starting again. But from now on, I just want them to start in future games. What's your 3 positives?
3 positives were the fact that we were looking better defensively. We're not conceding 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or. Yeah. No, we've never we have conceded 8 in our time, but we've not conceded 8 this season. So it's just nice to have that respectable scoreline. I think for me, I like the fact that we're showing a bit of fight. We're finally showing fight, and the players look like they're actually playing together now. there was a very clear divide in the dressing room before Sam came, and he's got them playing together. And probably the third positive is Weston McKennie's throw-ins. I don't know where they've come from. I really
I've never
don't.
seen them taken for Juve. I've never seen them taken for Juventus. Why is he taking them for Leeds?
I was like, Weston McKennie's throwing. And I'm really liking it. Like, I'm really, really liking it. It reminds me of Stoke way back when they used to do like a long throw-in, didn't they, Stoke? And it does remind me of that. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of hope at Ellen Road at the moment, and yeah, it's you never know. You never know. Like last season, we kept up on the final day.
Yeah.
Is it going to happen again?
Wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past it now. I wouldn't put it past it. But if you do, well done. Well done. Because it's nice to see Leeds in the Prem. Big up to Lottie, by the way. She loves Eddie Nketiah, by the way. She thinks that I still want to have Balogun, Lottie, next summer, and not Eddie. Yeah, I take Balogun. If he's available, I take him. Twice in one day, John, you legend. As I said earlier, never should have taken Wilson or bought on ASM. I mean, look about Lottie is true to the word, by the way, and we all love Lottie on here. And not only that as well, she is the king of women's football. She loves women's football. Any expert, if you want to know about women's football, she is the one. And she is excellent and never stop a goals opportunity. And got some more comments through. Hi, Cody. I bet you agreed like Cheshire Cat when you scored, when Christensen scored.
To be fair, I was happy with both. With Christiansen, I was just scared that he was offside or something, because like where I was sat complete opposite end of the stadium, so I couldn't see properly. Like you can never see from where I'm sat, but yeah, I was very happy. Very happy. Yeah. It just keeps the hope alive.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to say that second lead goal was a cracker to get a deflection off Trippier. And Liverpool's red card for a pro foul, so it's a 3-game ban. How did it took Leeds 4 months to realise that Kenny had a porn star through? That's from Mr. T. Yeah. And what about the keeper? Potentially should have been sent off with a second yellow during the second penalty. Yeah, he should have kept his mouth shut. That keeper should have been sent off, to be fair. Let's be honest about it.
Oh, come on. We've known of every keeper in that league's time wasted and all that sort of stuff. So, and they've been cocky and mouthy and they've not been sent off. Jordan Pickford, let's be real. Martinez, I could name a few more if I really wanted to, but yeah, we've all been there and we've all done it in that time.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I got one for Lottie. No, John, you can have Eddie. Get it right. Is it this record called Your Defence is in Trouble? It's a record, Your Defence in Trouble. And I said, get us in the room. And I wonder if the Arsenal fan sings that as well. I surely do. I'd surely do. Lottie will tell it. But she'd probably say something else as well. But we take up Bannigan. Cody, would you take Sam on a permanent contract?
No.
No, not for you?
No. No. If we go down, definitely not. We need a promotion specialist if we go down.
Steve Bruce, maybe?
No.
Not for you?
No.
He gets teams out of the league.
Do you know what? I think if we went down, I'd take someone like Scott Parker.
Oh, okay.
He got Fulham and Bournemouth promoted. So, I'd take someone like him.
Fair enough. Good choice. The tongs gone Lottie of sausage. Those two are hammers and tongs all the time, those two. I let them get on with it. They got his boxing gloves on a bit. Trips did get lucky there, to be fair. Spare dudes, behave yourself, bless. We don't want to fall out. Bless. Roberts was disgraced yesterday where he was getting the referee's fist. I tell you what, any of our player, they'd be off. Do you think Everton are sunk now? I mean, for me personally, I can't say. I think Everton will find a way. They beat Bournemouth for that, for sure. But it is what it is. Right, my 3 negatives, right? Top of the shots, right? I mean, that first goal, the defender for the first goal was poor. Absolutely poor. I mean, Dan Burn, where was he? How did Rodrigo Lad get ahead of both Botman? That was poor defending all around. Secondly, as well, when that fan went onto the pitch, which I think is shocking. And the other negative side as well, we dropped 2 points.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with the first, the last two there. I'd agree with those. I think for me, the one negative is with the massive I've had own downfall. You know, why would Bamford on that penalty? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Unbelievable. We could have Callum Wilson. 2 penalties. We take that order. Yes.
Yeah. Can you like give us them like after you've played Leicester, like you can send him out
on loan, on a 1 game loan.
Just, 1 game loan. Like, you know, that'd be nice.
Cool. Fair enough. I'll speak to Eddie about that. Bamford kept Eddie on the bench. How many alternative universes would that be the case? I bet our Earth was only one. We gotta love Tom. Top guy he is. I think Everton and Leeds will go down with Southampton. Hope so, Jules. I have a fiver. If we go down, I want to take Everton with us. I'm so petty. You never know. I hope Leeds stay up. This is why we love Lottie, by the way. Eddie Nketiah is better than Bamford. You're going down. Eddie Nketiah.
To be fair, Nketiah is a lot better than Bamford. Let's be real.
Yeah, kind of agree at the moment. Like, so, yeah. I mean, the Sam Allardyce interview, right? I mean, what do you think of this interview yesterday? Sam's interview.
He's very honest. He's very honest. If we basically were saying, with the penalty, like I've not really changed anything because I'm not really seeing much. Not seeing anything like with penalties. We don't really take them. I was quite shocked at that. But at least he's honest, and to be fair, he's a very honest guy, and he's trying. I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to deflect the blame from the players and put it on him, and I think it's working a little bit. To be fair, I think obviously with the press conference last week and the press conferences this week and stuff, he's very much saying it's on me. So I should have looked more. I should have done this more. So yeah, I don't think he's bad that way. He's got everyone laughing. At least if we're going down, we'll go down, you know, and have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go there, sort of thing. Just give you all and just go from there. But yeah. I still can't believe you. They sacked him and Bielsa. You should have kept him. They should have done everything they can to keep him. Do you know what I mean? And listen to him, and everything would have been alright. But unfortunately, he's gone from Marcello down to Sam, and what a big climb down, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you. It's crazy that we've gone from Bielsa ball to Brexit ball. Within 14 months. It's a bit mad.
It's a bit mad, isn't it? It's a bit mad. Not
quite sad as well. We finished 9th in the Premier League and we didn't build upon it.
Exactly. Hopefully he stays up from Carlos. We've read that. You remember that Tom and Lottie going at it. Love it. He's from Bamford Lottie. They find out. You like to remember a lot of things. Man, the Leeds fans had to go at Eddie and not at Eddie, not Eddie Howe. And thank you, 1609 likes. Smash the likes. Thanks, Lottie. You do smash the likes, people. Yeah. I don't know what people are having a Sunday dinner. I don't know. But thanks to people coming on my show. Thank you very much indeed. Still think VS should have a lifetime contract. I don't know if he wanted it either. I don't think he has a lifetime contract. He does years to year. You know what I mean? He wants Maccas in the Prem. I don't. I really don't. I smash a like. Lottie is banned. Good luck with that, Tommy lad. Love watching Leeds during Bielsa. Rian, Cordy, what was Rafinha like for Leeds? I think he's superb.
I miss him so much. He honestly, he was the reason we kept up last year. Him and Calvin Phillips, and Jack Harrison, to be fair, those 3 players single-handedly kept us in the Premier League. It had nothing to do with Jesse Marsh. Who the hell is Jesse Marsh? Like, why did we even bother with him? Like, absolutely shocking managerial appointment. I miss Rafinha. Like, please come back, Raf. Please.
Well, apparently, according to reports, that he's not happy. Not just happy he's at Barcelona. He's loving it at Barca, but his agent, he had to go to his agent for spouting lies as well. He never said these words at all. Rafi, the best footballer I've ever seen, at least in my lifetime. I think it's a fantastic player.
How old are you, Mr. Tom? Like, you know, in terms of your lifetime, quite interesting that.
Say again.
How old's Mr. Tom?
I think he's 27.
27. Yeah, similar age to me then. So yeah, I'd agree with you, to be fair, from memory.
How old are you as well, Cody? You're 20.
26.
26. Cool.
Yeah.
You don't look it. You don't
Thank
look it. Man. You look a bit young. You look about younger than that, man. You look about 19. You.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I thought last time. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting people see him, man. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Right, let's go straight to the player ratings. So I'm gonna do my player ratings, you're gonna do your Leeds player ratings, and this is gonna be fun. And we rate a player out of 10, including the manager and the fans as well. We've get and the ref as well. So you could cry all you want. I'm going to be honest with your ratings as well. And let's be real. I mean, if you don't agree, cry some more. I'll be back again after the Brighton game on Thursday for the review. So got one here from Steve on 38. He's 38. I said I was 27, didn't I? Rafinha is a great player. He is indeed. Right, let's go to the player ratings, right? Please smash the likes as well, please, people. I want to get over 20 people. They're going to start, because you're the warm, Robles, and marks out of 10 for him. And it's your player ratings, by the way.
To be fair, I'd say a 9. He didn't do anything wrong for me. I found him just funny as well. Like, he proper tried to play the game. Like, for me, I think, yeah. I like him. I really like him. I think I'm so glad that we're keeping with him and not Melier, because we'd have lost that match with Melier in goal yesterday.
So cool. How many did you give him?
9.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, because the goals wasn't his fault. He couldn't have done anything with those penalties. They were just really well taken penalties. Absolutely fantastic penalties. Can I give someone a lesson? Can Carl Wilson, like, you know, teach our number 9 how to take a penalty? Like, that would be really appreciated.
Cool. Why not? One game loan. This day we get Champions League. You can take them on a 1 year loan. On a 1 game loan as well. Definitely. Man. Like I said, I would have Mr. Howell on that one. So I'm going to go on in it, Pope. Right, he made a great save and penalty, and for that play alone, I mean, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He didn't have much to do. He had no chance with the goals. I mean, it's not his fault for the goals conceded. I blame the defense in front of him. For me, I'm going to give him a 7, and 7 out of 10 for Nick Pope for me. So we're going to go on to your defense, and I'm going to start with Christensen.
Yeah, I think for me, for Christensen, about 7, 8, 7.5. He got that goal. Fantastic. But he worries me. He's really he's just shaky at the back at times. He worries me. But yeah, he didn't do too much wrong, to be fair. So I'll give him an 8 actually. 8 on that basis.
Upgraded it from 7.5 to an 8.
Yeah, because of the goal. Because that goal could come back and be very crucial come the end of the season.
Cool. Pardon me, I do apologise there. Okay. So 8 for Christensen. Let's go on. Kieran Trippier for me. I think he had a poor game. Set piece of poor yesterday, and let's be real. I mean, I didn't think he was that great as well. I'm going to give him. If I'm going to be cruel to him, and I'm not going to lie to him, but I'm just going to be the lowest I'm going to rate him. I'll give him a 5 because he was absolutely poisonous. Set pieces is wrong, very much let down. And another thing is, he let the Leeds crosses go in far too easily. So he's getting a 5 for me. So harsh, but there you go. Let's go on to Vorba, another centre back.
Yeah, I'd say 7. He was just quite away. He didn't do much wrong. He was just quiet, but I think that's a good thing. I expected him to be a bit more of a leader, you know, someone who could lead the team and be a natural shouter, but he's not got that in him. or at least he didn't show it yesterday that much. But 7, to be fair.
Cool. For me, Fabian Schär, I thought, I'm going to be honest with Fabian Schär. I mean, look, he was unlucky with that shot time, which would have won us the game. And not only that as well, I thought he looked shaky yesterday as well in defence at times with Bamford Rodrigo as well. And, you know, Leeds did threaten a couple of times. I mean, I'm going to give him a 5 as well. I'm not going to lie.
Feeling savage today, aren't you, John?
Well, the thing is, I've got to be honest. I mean, I've got to be really honest. Like, it's generous to get a 5 because, look, at the end of the day, right? I mean, I tell you what, though, yeah, I think he's going to be a 5 for me because, you know, Leeds did threaten for the middle when they come, but for me, I just didn't think it was best. I love Fabian Schär, but he's getting a 5. And I'm going to get slated for that. Cool. Let's go straight on to Luke Ayling.
Oh, Luke Ayling. I just think he's just fantastic, honestly. I rate him a 9. Like, and the reason why is because he just got into all the right spaces, obviously scored that goal, and down his side we looked okay. I was never worried on that side, on the right side. I can't speak so much for the left, but the right side of the pitch, I was always quite calm with in terms of if there were any attacks coming down from that side. I was like, we're okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling a bit generous partly today, but yeah.
9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Ayling then for you. Okay, cool. Sven Botman for me, I'm going to give him a 5. I'll tell you something else as well. He's been very lucky he's getting a 5 as well because he allowed Rodrigo to get a header, which cost opening goal. I'm convinced at the back as well. And another thing is, a lot of people's going to need to pick up as well. He's given a lot of needless free kicks, fouls away. And I want to Sven Botman to be back how he was before, defending properly. And he just hasn't done that at all. So I'm giving him a 5 as well. So I'm not going to be savage. I'm going to be truthful. 5 for me today. And let's go on to Purple.
Yeah, I think for me, I think he was a bit reckless yesterday. I didn't really think that was good. Probably should have been sent off before he got sent off.
Agreed.
It's got to be a 5. And that's me being quite, like I said, a little bit generous there. Like, it could have easily cost us that game yesterday in terms of having 0 points. He's like that. He's fair play. He's got a rick in him. He does perform at times, but he worries me. He does scare me a little bit. And I felt like we were vulnerable at that side of the pitch.
Wow. Fair enough. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, he had a shocker. He really had a shocker. For me, he should have got sent off. But again, I don't rate the Leeds players anyway. But I'm going to go on to Dan Burn. I mean, what can I say about Dan Burn yesterday? I'm not going to lie. I mean, he was at fault. He allowed Ayling to go in front of him for the goal. Right? He didn't pick him up. Let's be real. And he was caught in no man's land as well. I tell you what, he's getting a 5 as well. I mean, he's generous. I would have given him a 4, but he's getting a 5 for me. But didn't feel that's good yesterday. And I've done all your back 5. I did, didn't I? Purple, Vorba, Ayling, Christensen, and one more, wasn't it?
Cock,
yeah.
Cock.
So,
for me, again, I'd say a 7. Just quiet. Like, but I think the reason why I'm giving him a 7 is because he played out of his natural position. For some of the match, like he were playing as a holding midfielder. So yeah, I think what I liked about him actually is he were able to adapt, because I felt like sometimes we're playing with like a back 5, but sometimes we weren't. So we were able to adapt.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go on to Bruno Guimaraes. I'll give him a 5 as well. I mean, another poor game from our Brazilian maestro. Look, yeah, I love Bruno, right? But there's no killer passes. There's no through balls. The only moment he's done when he got put for diving. in midfield, but he's not. He's playing with an injury. Everyone knows that, right? Again, he's just not doing it for us at all whatsoever. We love Bruno, but I'm going to be honest, he's getting a 5 for me today. So 5 out of 10. Your midfield, I'm going to start with Sam Greenwood. Coming in for 4 shot.
A 6 for me. A 6. He just didn't do enough for me. I don't really understood why he was picked. And he's on for like, he's meant to be like good for his like set pieces and stuff, but he didn't even really take any set pieces. I found him a little bit, I don't know, he just didn't offer much. He didn't do anything particularly badly wrong, but he was just there.
Fair enough. 6 out of 10 for Sam. For me, I'm going to go with Joe Linton. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Look, he's still playing the ball, carried it really well. Yes, he gave a clumsy penalty away, but now he's looking for that. Now it was missed. But for me, he was one of our best players in midfield as well. But he's given everything, so I'm giving him a 6 for me. That's from Joe Linton. Let's go on to the next one, and let's go with Harrison.
Harrison's a player who divides very many Leeds fans. I think he did well. I think he ran quite a lot. And you know, he's definitely playing on his less favoured wing. So a 7. He didn't do too much. But he carried the ball well. And what I liked is often when he had two players on him, he was able to get something, get a throw in or get past them at times. So yeah.
Cool. So that's fair enough. I'm going to go on to Joe Willock. I mean, for me, he had pace on the left-hand side without doing anything. I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, he didn't create a lot. That is the thing. And he drifted out as well. He didn't create any meaningful chances for me. Unfortunately, I like Joe. He's getting the 5 for me because there's no threat there. And, you know, the pace that's all he had, that was it. I'm looking for creating chances. I'm looking for shots on goal. I'm looking for killer passes. I didn't see that from Joe yesterday. For me, he's going to get a 5 from me. And let's go on to your favourite player, McKennie, the long ball king.
I wouldn't say favourite player. I think that's being far too kind. He was showing a lot of no potential before Big Sam came in. I think Big Sam's actually getting a small little tune out of him. I'd say a 6. Do you know the thing with our midfield? It's a bit invisible at times. We haven't really got a midfield at times, and that's part of the problem. Like, and the reason I'm giving him a 6 is because of his long throw-ins, because he does offer us that, but we just haven't got a midfield.
Would you sign on a permanent deal if he stayed up?
No.
Or send him back to Juve?
Get back. I'm not paying £35 million for him.
Wow.
He's not worth £35 million. He's not worth 3.5 million. Never mind 35. Jeez.
Fine.
No.
Average.
He needs to get fit. He looks like he's been eating too much pies, to be fair. Like, I'm sorry, but he does. He wouldn't have ever got nowhere near a Bielsa team. Bloody hell. Definitely not.
Bloody hell. We wrap with these comments. Well, we're going to go on to the forward. So Fabian's never a 5. Well, I didn't think he was that good yesterday. I know he had a shot in the end, but other than that, I mean, he didn't do anything for me. I didn't think he made things happen, but there you go. Sorry, Leslie, I upset you. And Leeds like to be charged by the FA for that ban. So it's not been done yet, but it's looking like they're going to be charged for it as well. Big up to you, FPH, and thank you for dropping a like, mate. And got on with Mr. T. Man, not Julian Liverpool for his 4D chess. Can't get Leeds again if I like to play. Love it. Charles being the best of all the day. You know what? I may upgrade Fabian to a 6. I'm going to upgrade him to a 6 there because he did all right. But we'll look back on he did all right. So I'm giving him a 6. Loving this chat. Great banter. Thank you, all. Jules. Thank you. I know we went on the full game. I felt Wilson was a shout for man of the match. I kind of have to agree. And can beat your banter. Well, lots of stuff else. I'll bring the yin and the yang. Spot on Les. And got one here. Bruno's carrying an injury. He needs to rest. Well, we get Champions League, he can rest, Alan, but it does look like. Thanks very much for your donation, Mason. Thank you very much. £2. I appreciate that, man. And thank you very much indeed, top fella. I've been in contact with Sammy Aladici, and we have a plan for the London Stadium. I like that. I like that. And let's just chat to Alan. And thanks, Mason, as well. I wasn't knowledgeable because they spend more time on the floor than doing anything constructive.
Yeah, I agree with that, to be fair.
3-0 to City. We have no confidence with Bruno. That is the thing. McKenny ran his arse off yesterday, to be fair. Rodrigo do. 8% Alan, and no problem for Mason as well. Let's go into the forwards. I'll start with you, Rodrigo.
Yeah, I was encouraged by Rodrigo yesterday. I'd say an A. The effort from him was great. I've never seen him run as much in my life. Like, you know, he was really chasing and really closing down, and he was good in terms of obviously winning headers as well, which I didn't know that was in his game. Again, that's a big Sam thing, you know, discovering the fact that players can be physical. So I really rated him yesterday. Really impressed with Rodrigo.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff. I'm going to go on to Miguel Miron. Look, I was brought back into the team to start, and he still look off the pace. Not only that, his heavy touches let him down. He had a shot, killer shot, went just past the post as well. But one thing I like about him, he just kept plugging away, makes some smart runs, and that was it really. But his heavy touches, it's been a bit of a letdown for me. But I'll have to mark him down for it as well. But he didn't do too much for me, so it's a hard one for me because if I said a 5, I'm going to get slated. If I say a 6, I'm going to get slated. But I'm sorry, but for me personally, I mean, so I ran around the pitch. I'm going to give him. It's going to be sound harsh. I'm going to give him a 5 because even a shot just wide, there's nothing he can do there. So for me, I'm going to give him a 5. Let's go on. I'm going to go on to Isak first. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because he played out on the left once again. Yes, he won the penalty. Yes, he called a referee look at VAR. But at the end of the day, I like to see Isak up front. Works hard. No complaints from him. He's getting a 6. Let's go on to Bamford, and I know what's coming.
Do you know what? This might surprise you. I think barring the penalty miss, he actually played very well yesterday.
Cool.
I do think that the effort was there. The effort was really, really there. And for the first goal, he played some fantastic football down that side to get the ball, you know, into the box. And it was very disappointing that he missed the penalty. I felt like if he scored the penalty, I'd have been giving him an 8 or 9. But the fact that he missed the penalty means that I'm going to have to give him a 6 because that penalty was very crucial in terms of our season.
Cool. For me, I'm going to go on to Wilson. I mean, he scored 2 penalties. I thought he played well yesterday as I speak. And, you know, so the comedy, beautifully took the penalty well. He really did. And he grew into the game. It's so cool. 17th goal of the season for him. What a season he's having. I'm going to give him an 8 man of the match for those 2 penalties as well because he took it well, sort of thing. But he was unlucky if a shot went over the bar as well, and could have got a hat-trick potentially. However, he's had a good game. Big up to Callum, 7 out of 10. So we won't go to subs that much. Just go straight on to the managers. Sam Allardyce.
Yeah, I think he did all right. To be fair, I think he managed the game well. I'd say 8. I just think that the reason why it's not higher is because he should have not put Bamford on penalties.
Yeah,
simple.
Absolutely, man. And for me, with Eddie, I thought he could have played with Alan in the game like that with his pace and just unsettling the Leeds defence there. I thought, again, second half got Stubbs a little bit wrong. She never took off Callum Wilson, to be fair, and I'm not going to lie. But for me, I'm going to give Eddie a 7 out of 10 on that one. But the subs he made were just didn't impact the game. But however, you know, I like the lineup. He's got the selections right. Like I always got to trust him, but subs a little bit off for me. Let's go on to do you know Big Sam manage Rodrigo before Bolton? Yes, I did. Good shout. Good shout. Bamford's body language signaled he wasn't up for it. I have to agree. I think Big Sam's left Bolton by the time they loaned Rodrigo. And what's your take on JKA? We're still paying 80k a week, so might as well grade him. What do you make of that?
That it's just biggest joke. The fact that I had to pay £40 million for someone who played 58 odd minutes is absolutely mental.
Yeah, I think that's a disgrace, utter disgrace. Who signed it? Was it Orta? Was it a decision to buy him?
Yeah, Victoria.
I tell you what, he should have been sacked. Should have been sacked ages ago. There, sacked ages ago, man. So we've done the player ratings. So we're going to wrap up there, and I'll tell you for why, because I'm going to keep this short today. I know you're busy, lass, as well, and I know you got to do things as well. So how's your channel? I'm going to talk about your channel in a minute as well. I mean, first of all, how's your new channel getting on?
Yeah, I started it after obviously we had our podcast all the way back in December. It's getting on okay. I stopped doing it for about a month because I just lost my voice, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna probably do it next season, fully. I just wanted to get a flavour for it, and I'm learning little bits from other channels of what to include and all that sort of stuff. But I do want to make it my own a little bit as well. So
good for you. Good for you. And make sure you get us on their mind. I want to come on as well.
Yeah, of course.
If Leeds play as well, for sure. And got a few comments as well. Does Ellen Road have security issues and coffee?
Well, not normally. But that needs reviewing clearly after yesterday.
Fair dues. Let's hope to get sorted out soon. We'll go for these last few comments before you guys sign off. But he also signed off on it, and he was pressured to bring someone in after Nketiah went back to Arsenal. Yeah, I kind of heard that as well. You got to let the managers manage. Thank you, Jules, and thank you for coming in. Thank you, Alan. And Calvin Phillips has been wasted at Man City. 100%. Great show. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. And thanks for Leslie. Thank you for coffee. Thank you for Mr. T. And thank you for Jules as well. And even Lottie as well. So adios, John Cordy. Thank you very much indeed. And that one as well. Enjoyed this. Thank you, Mr. T. Guys, so thanks for watching again. Second stream I've done. And I've got one here from I Eat Mara, that's TYY. Big up to you, mate. So I hope you're having a good weekend. And before we sign off, where can we find you on your socials, Cordy?
Cody LUFC Crocs on both Twitter and YouTube.
Fantastic. And the links are down in the description as well. Do subscribe to her channel. Also follow her on Twitter as well. She is absolutely up and coming podcaster as well. And if you like me channel, please like and subscribe. And I should be back tomorrow, whether it be a transfer show or it could be like a Toon talk as well. And do keep eyes peeled for that one. Like and subscribe, like I said. And this time say Leeds. And I will do background Cordy quickly. And thank you so much for watching our show. Until then, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and weekend.